let's face it, in today's world of stress and everything that comes along with the pressures of work or school or whatever it is that you're into, every once in a while you have to just let go. You have to get out, you have to go hang out with your friends, you have to go to the bar, have yourself a drink, you have to go do whatever illegal activities you may feel like doing, whether it's smoking a doobie or hitting a line of cocaine to just release the pressures and stress of everyday life. And professional wrestlers are no different from anybody else. And there have been a lot of pro wrestlers who have been in jail for one thing or the other. And today's video is going to basically be all about that. I'm just going to go over a few wrestlers who have spent a night or two in jail, and I'm just going to briefly discuss what exactly they did. I hope you enjoy this video. It's another one of those out of the box, away from the norm type of videos. The first wrestler on the list is a man that's pretty famous in the wrestling world, Andre the Giant. And in 1989, he was arrested, I should say, for assaulting a TV cameraman in Iowa. And I don't know where they found a cell big enough to hold this guy, but he served his time in jail for doing that. Next, probably one of my most favorite mugshots of all time is The Big Show. Check him out. In 1998, he was arrested for exposing himself at a hotel in Tennessee. I mean, look at that face. I mean, he looks like he was totally trashed. I mean, just look at him. Next, we have a wrestler who didn't really become as famous as his father, but he did spend some time in the WWF as To Sexay, Brian Christopher. This is Brian Lawler, of course. He is the son of Jerry the King Lawler. And in 2009, he was arrested for public intoxication in Tennessee, of course, the state where he's from. Now next, this is another one of my most favorite mugshots in the world of wrestlers. You ready to see this? Here you go. Booker T, okay? I mean, look at the mug on Booker T, man. I mean, he looks so freaking happy, doesn't he? Well, in 1987, he was arrested for robbing a Wendy's. That's right, I did not stutter. He was arrested for robbing a Wendy's and spent 19 months in jail for that. Or actually prison. And look at his face. I mean, he looks like he's so happy to be getting his picture taken, doesn't he? Next, we have two wrestlers. This is probably one of the most recent arrests. Gregory Helms and Chris Jericho. And in 2010, in my state of Kentucky, they were both arrested for alcohol intoxication in a public place. A gas station. After a show, they, of course, went out and had some drinks, and I guess went to a gas station to do whatever, and were acting a little rowdy. So they were indeed arrested, and were actually let out on a bail of $120. So they actually got off pretty nice. Next, Dick Slater. You guys might not be familiar with this guy. He's old school. Dirty Dick Slater. Now look at that mug. That is a face that only a mother could love. He was arrested in 2003 for an attempted murder relating to the stabbing of his ex-girlfriend. That is some serious stuff. He was definitely high on something. You know, they always say cocaine is a hell of a drug. That's no doubt. Next, a fallen wrestler who is no longer with us, Eddie Guerrero. And in 2001, he was arrested for DUI. Next, another more recent arrest, Jeff Hardy. And in 2009, I'm sure you guys all remember this, he was arrested for a slew of things. Trafficking of opium, cocaine, drug paraphernalia. He had all kinds of Vicodin pills and somas and steroids. I mean, I don't know how this guy is off the hook. He must have some really good lawyers, but yeah, 2009, Jeff Hardy spent a night in jail, and that's his mugshot. Next, another wrestler who has just recently passed, actually, Kanyon. In 2005, he was arrested for disorderly conduct and resisting arrest. and he did spend a night in jail, and this is Canyon. Rest in peace, my man. Next. Now, you guys look at this mugshot. Doesn't really look familiar, does it? I mean, you guys might know who it is. I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, man, who is this guy? And then I read the caption, I was like, holy shit, is that really him? That's right. For those of y'all who have not guessed yet, this is MVP, Montel Vontavious Porter. And in 1990, at the age of 16, he was involved in a kidnapping, and he spent 8 years in prison, and that's no joke. And that's where he got a lot of those tattoos that he likes to cover up when he's wrestling. And speaking of that, if you guys didn't watch SmackDown a few weeks ago, you'll notice that he actually was bare-chested, didn't have anything on his chest during a backstage segment, which I thought was kind of interesting, because he's always known, or been known, to want to hide those because, you know, he's not proud of that time of his life. Of course, that's another video on another day. Next, we have Lex Luger. And in 2003, he was involved in a domestic assault against Miss Elizabeth. And then 2 days later, he was arrested on DUI. And then like a week after that, Miss Elizabeth is found dead. And she's greatly missed. But Lex Luger, he spent some time in the big house, that's right. Next, a very famous wrestler, Ric Flair. And in 2005, Ric Flair was arrested on road rage in Charlotte, North Carolina. Of course, later on, those charges would be dropped, and nothing happens to the Nate. Of course, he's Nature Boy Ric Flair, man. He's the man. And, yeah. Next, we have good old Santino Marella. And in 2008, he was arrested for DUI. Now, we have a very famous wrestler, a wrestler who goes by many names. Stunning, the Ringmaster, Stone Cold, the Rattlesnake. All those names fit perfectly for this man. He is Steve Austin. And in 2002, he was arrested for hitting his wife, Deborah. And of course, they would go on to divorce in 2003. But Stone Cold, he loves to hit the women. When he's got some Steve Weisers in him, watch out. Next, we have actually a relatively new wrestler, Ted DiBiase Jr., 2008. Arrested for DUI. Go figure, he's the $1 million man. He's probably had a million drinks and couldn't contain himself. And last, we've got Test. 2008, yes, I'm sorry, Test has passed away now, and he will forever be missed. But in 2008, just like Ted DiBiase Jr., he was arrested for DUI. Yeah, there are many more wrestlers who have been arrested for DUI, and I'm not going to talk about all of them. I just wanted to talk about those few. But that's the video for now. I'm going to end with a few more mug shots for you guys of wrestlers who have spent a night or two in jail. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. This is Gold Izzy. Peace out.